Hi. Steel industry in Sanjo is so big that street is covered in rust because of the steel particles in the air. Well, the truth is, it is because of their snow removal system. Nonetheless though, still the steel industry in Sanjo is so big, and naturally, there are so many great blacksmiths. On a recent trip to Japan, in Sanjo, as we were walking on this rusty street in this residential neighborhood, we all of a sudden heard this very distinct bang sound that you wouldn't probably expect to hear in regular residential neighborhood. Well, in fact, that was a spring hammer and typical sound coming from the blacksmith workshop. So we went to investigate and found this very unique blacksmith, Toshihiro Wakui-san. Wakui-san is third generation in the crowbar pryer making family Wakui bar manufacturing. They have been hand making crowbars and pryers for 3 generations. Over 20 years ago, Japanese construction method had changed drastically, basically killed the demand for all handmade pryers and crowbars. Instead of throwing the towel, Wakui-san has to start think about the future of his company. So he went to speak to Kazumi Yamamoto-san of Yoshikane Hamono. Kazumi-san was nice enough to teach him how to make kitchen knives. So 4 years after, he was still working at his workshop in the day to make crowbars and pryers. Then at night, he goes to Yoshikane to learn how to make kitchen knives alongside with our favorite blacksmith, Masashi Yamamoto-san. This big 4 years paid off. He learned everything that the Kazumi-san could offer, and he started his own journey of making kitchen knives. Despite having learned the new skills, he faced another challenge. The machineries and equipment that he had to produce pryers or crowbars were not the same as the machineries required to produce kitchen knives. So he had to source everything from scratch and fill them in this small workshop of his. If you go to his workshop, you see every corners and available spaces are utilized, filled with all the machineries and equipment to produce kitchen knives. It's like Wild Wild West meet with Mad Max. So because the space is packed and filled with the gear and machinery, there's technically only one footstep to go place A to B. Typically, blacksmiths place the kiln and hammer close to each other for maximum efficiency. Because of the spacing issue that Wakui-san had to deal with, he set the hammer right here and kiln on the L shape with the passage in the middle. Working in that, the patchwork was so fascinating. Despite of that though, he makes such fantastic blades. His knives carries very distinctive Sanjo style blacksmithing and knife making. What that means is that one, they have really nice thick spine and very gradual, nice taper towards the tip. Also, they have very nice taper from spine down to the edge, and the behind the edge is very, very thin. So when you're cutting a dense veggies like carrots, it will glide into them very smoothly without breaking the carrot. At the same time, nice thick spine at the heel will prevent the knife from chipping it as easy. Also, look at this. It's such beautiful finish with white number 2 carbon steel in the core and stainless steel jacket on the outside for the basically maximum protection for the carbon steel. Needless to say, they are gorgeous. Clean, nicely polished. Don't sleep on these guys. This might become your new favorite knife. Except the bit of help he gets from that shaping blade, Wakui-san does all the work basically by himself. No workers, no apprentice to help. Perhaps this limited production is blamed for his lack of fame. But this ensures he oversees every step of the way of kitchen knife production and ensures each step's done perfectly. So we think the Wakui-san is such underrated blacksmith who produces such beautiful kick-ass knives. So we're honored to finally get to meet him and be able to carry his knives in all the stores. We're excited to share his skills and passion outside of Japan. Really hope he gets the attention and recognition that he deserves. Will you be adding one of his knives into your collection? Let me know which one below. To check out full collection of his, see the link in description. If you like learning about blacksmith, check out this next video.